So I'm starting with a green pepper that I chopped. My daughter helped me. And then next I'm going to take an onion. I only took a half onion and I chopped it. So next I'm going to boil the water, and I'm putting the temperature on a number 8 because I don't want the water to boil too fast. I want it to come to a nice boil. So then I just added a little bit of olive oil in the water, so the noodles won't stick during the boiling process. I'm using this olive oil. It's really good from Costco's. And then I'm just going to salt the water so the noodle can have a little bit of flavor. Now, I did not break my noodles. What I did, I just put them all in there, and then I took the tongs and I kind of swirled them around and pulled them and kind of put them in the water. So then I'm just going to put the timer on 9 minutes because I want my noodles to be al dente. Then I have my daughter set the temperature for the meat and the onion and green pepper. So then I place the onion in a skillet with some country crock butter. Now, I salted my onions so I can bring out more of that savory flavor. Then I put black pepper on top of them. So now I'm just draining my noodles just like this. Honestly, guys, I do not have a strainer. So then I'm just gonna toss them around and everything. The steam is just gonna eventually evaporate right off the noodles. So right now I'm just adding a little bit of butter into my onion because it kind of dried up a little bit. So I'm just putting a little bit back in there so I can stir it and give it a little bit more lubrication. So now I'm adding my green pepper after my onions kind of softened. Then I add green pepper. The reason why I do my onion first and not my green pepper, or I don't do them together, is because I like to soften my onion and I kind of like my green pepper to be soft but still hold its shape. So I'm just going to cover that up. Moving on back to the noodles. Yep, Ava says they look delicious. They're all done. So you just added a little bit more of that butter in there in our noodles. I love butter in my noodles. So now we're adding the beef into the veggie mixture. And I just chopped that up. I put the top on it. In the meantime, I'm using garlic powder, onion powder, Cajun seasoning, Lawry seasoned salt, and parsley flakes for freshness. So I already added my garlic powder in there, and I'm adding some onion powder in there. This is a little bit of that Lawry seasoned salt, just a little bit, not too much, a little bit of the Cajun seasoning. Yeah, my ground beef had just a little bit of, it was a little frozen in the middle, so I'm just trying to bury that so all the heat from the other meat can kind of melt it. I'm just stirring in all my seasonings. I did not use a garlic clove this time. That's why I'm using a generous amount of garlic powder. So we're using the Garden Harvest Chunky Veggie Sauce. And at this moment, everything is smelling and tasting delicious. Just a little bit more salt. Use my seasoned salt.
Yes, it does. But there's two things missing. Noodles and sauce. Great. We're good to go.
That's the last thing we want to do.
So this is me here, just scooping out some of that fat, because, you know, that fat is not good. I did drain my meat, but, you know, I was just getting some of that additional fat that was still in there. So I'm just holding the jar upside down just so any of that extra sauce that's in the jar can drip out of it. Right now it's looking really good, and just to know that it has all those vegetables in there, zucchini in there. We cannot wait to eat. Like, it looks so good.
The last thing we want to do.
Yeah, so I love cheese in my pasta, so I'm using the Parmesan cheese, and then I'm using Mexican four cheese because Mexican four cheese has a lot of the really flavorful cheeses in that blend. It doesn't necessarily have to be Italian. You can use like sharp cheddar, cheddar jack, you know, any whatever you're craving. I was craving a little bit of like some saltier, like tangy cheeses, so that's why I picked the Mexican blend. Yes, I put cheese in my sauce. I gave Ava a little bit of cheese. She can't wait to eat. So I'm stirring cheese in my sauce, and this makes the sauce just a little bit on the thicker side. I personally like my sauce thick. Like, I like veggies, I like meat, I like cheese, I like things in my sauce, you know? I don't like, you know, liquidy sauce, because it's like the spaghetti noodles, the way they're designed, it won't pick up the sauce on the noodle. And the rest, whatever is for leftovers, is gonna be in the refrigerator.
That's the last thing we want to do.
we're setting the plates and bowls right now.
That's the last thing we want to do.
This looks so good, guys. Just watching it, I want another plate of it.
Mommy, you heard it? Is it a he or her in the fridge? Speedy's a guy too. 3 guys and 3 girls. Yeah. There's the plates.
That's the last thing we want to do.
Bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed our video that we put together for you guys. I just wanted to share my spaghetti recipe. It has been requested.